Sawadee Krap and welcome to another episode for the Funk Report. It's time for the Academic Corner, and it's whatever day it might be right now. It's late at night here in Bangkok. That's why if you're watching the video, then first of all, welcome and nice to have you here. But of course, I'm also happy about all your listeners. But if you're watching, it's darker than usual. I packed out all the lights that I have, but still not quite as bright as per usual. But still, welcome to my now even more cozy academic corner here. And while I'm looking at my notes like an academic at the end of the week, just tired. I'm just back from back-to-back classes. And even though the first class is with my colleague, luckily, and in this case as well, it was just a tutorial session, so it wasn't as much teaching, it's still a lot of thinking. And then the afternoon class is the Friday afternoon class is my most exhausting class, I think, because it's the new class that I just took over, multicultural communication, which is a great subject that I'm really into, but it's new, so it just takes lots of effort because I just haven't taught it in, I don't know, 7-8 years maybe. So of course I have to update all my references, completely new presentations. An average presentation of mine has like between 60 on the low end and maybe like 100 slides or so for one session. So that takes a while. I usually try to make my slides also quite meaningful. Like all the pictures that I'm using, I don't just copy paste them or like stock pictures or whatever. So all the pictures I'm using are usually either pop culture references or really pictures that have a meaning. So it just takes a really long time to get all those presentations up and running, I think. I hope no student watches or listens to this, but I think I finished the presentation for this past Friday afternoon. I finished at like Friday morning at around 1 a.m. or so, and then I slept 5 hours, had to wake up at 6 to be on time for the morning class. So yeah, nothing much changes from student life to the professor life, huh? It looks like it. It's not always the case like this, so it's just, like I said, it's this new class with like lots of like, again, trying to update all my reference, trying to update examples, trying to update my knowledge with current researchers and so on, and current examples obviously. So it just takes a while, but I think it's worth it. I hope at least that the students do enjoy that I try at least to have like really applicable examples mixed into those sometimes abstract theories of communication. It's quite fun. So I like the students. I ask them in between. Like I don't just only lecture, of course. Even so, that's it. This is a big class, so I can't do. And I don't have an active learning classroom in this class, so it's like, unfortunately, we can't move the chairs or anything, which is really sad. But so I still try to have some activities. So what I usually do is I have, like, we're using MS Teams for like file sharing and whatnot as a LMS, and so then usually I have like an MS Teams for every class, right, and a channel for every class, and in the main channel I post like activity 1, activity 2, activity 3 before class starts. So when I plan it, and then during class I say, hey, now because it's 80 something students, I say, okay, now this is time for activity 1. Please post right now, because everyone has their phone or their iPads or their computers, right? So I said, post right now your answer to activity 1. And then I have MS Teams on the big screen, and then I just can go through the answers. Because otherwise, if I just do it one-on-one, then I talk to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, but then 70 people don't get it. So that's how I try to integrate them all. And then I go through the answers. Not all of them, of course, but more or less skim through, pick a few out. And so one example was like about communication, and I don't want to go into detail in case you're not into communication sites, but one example was like how does music play a part in kind of like making you feel part of a group, giving you an identity? How does, give me an example when music did that to you? And one student posted on MS Teams the Communist March, and then explained like how it made him feel and how he wants to then march for Russia. And of course he's trolling / joking, but this trolling / joking at least tells me that they understood what I wanted them to take away in this case, right? So what I wanted to teach them. So then by all means keep trolling, as long as it means that you understand what I try to teach you, then it's great. So I do appreciate it, actually. So that was my experience with that new class this past week. Now, I have received, while my cat is just jumping around, in case you hear some background noise, that's my cat going crazy, one of my 2 cats. The other one is just looking down the balcony, but the second one, the black one, is just, maybe it's like pre-Halloween or something. I think she's chasing a cockroach. I saw a cockroach coming in from the outside. I think she's chasing that right now. It's also something that you learn when you live in Thailand. You're cool with cockroaches. You're like, yeah, I'm going to get the cockroach and I'm going to throw her out. So whatever, no problem. Thank you, Snooze, for catching the cockroach. I think she just had it in her mouth. Thank you very much. And now she's going to carry it somewhere. But that's something for the cat podcast. So back to academics. I received a few questions, no, I don't want to say a few, no, just like a few questions. I actually think 4, which is cool, so I appreciate that. And 2 of them, so 50%, asked me about, because apparently I have lots of sport examples in my podcast when I talk. I didn't even notice that, or that I reference sports a lot. So I get asked like, hey, from 2 people, how do you handle like working in academics and staying fit? And well, thank you for that. So let's talk about sports and academics. The cool thing, totally not. I mean, it's related, but it's like not a takeaway or anything. But I just saw that they just built a beach volleyball court next to one of the buildings that I'm teaching in. I really need to figure out how to get that beach volleyball court at my university. And I challenge students to a beach volleyball game, and then if they should be able to beat me, then I know you get extra credit. I'm joking, but if a student's listening or watching, you won't be able to beat me anyways. But back to how to stay fit, right? So that's a great question. I mean, it's a question for any professional in any area, right? As long as you're not a professional athlete, staying fit is kind of difficult. So what I usually do is I wake up early. I'm laughing because when I was younger, I was definitely not a morning person. Still not a morning person per se, but I do wake up early. I go to the gym. My gym opens at 6 a.m. So it really depends when I have class or when I have a meeting in the morning. If I have an early class that starts at 9:30, then I go to the gym at 6 a.m., 6 to 7, and then I'll do the drive out to university. When I come back from university, then again, depends how long classes are. When I come back from university, then I either go play volleyball. In the evening, it's like usually 2 to 3 hours. Volleyball, or I go to train Muay Thai then in the evening, which is usually like 90 minutes to 2 hours a training session. So I try to have like 5 days in a week where I go to the gym in the morning, including the weekends if I can't make it during the week. So it's at least 5 days a week gym, meaning weightlifting. That's why I wear like this Unleash the Beast shirt right now. That's usually the morning routine. I don't do cardio in the gym usually. I don't go running right now. It's just because I had lots of knee problems, knee injuries in the past, probably from playing volleyball a lot. So running, especially on asphalt, is not great right now. So I don't do running. But for cardio, I'll try to go train Muay Thai 4 to 5 times a week right now as well. Always in the evening. So that's morning gym, weightlifting. The older you get, the more important weightlifting is, as you probably know, testosterone and so on. And then cardio is Muay Thai is right now. Thai boxing, for those who don't know, is my cardio session right now, basically. At the weekend, similar. Either I go to the gym in the morning or I play beach volleyball in the morning. We usually play beach volleyball early in the morning because otherwise it gets too hot outdoors here in Thailand, here in Bangkok. This morning, for example, we played 2 hours beach volleyball. And then in the evening I went to Muay Thai again. If I don't go to Muay Thai in the evening on the weekend, then maybe I go to the gym. So I always I try to have 2 workout sessions per day if possible. One usually at least. And if I really can't wake up on time in the morning, I can make it to the gym, and then I have like back-to-back classes or something, and I come back home late because of traffic and whatnot, then I at least swim a few laps in the pool And there also right now I try almost every day to do sauna. So thanks Joe Rogan. Kidding, but sauna is good, sweating stuff out, good for fighting inflammation, and so on. So I try to do the sauna in the evening, usually like 8 p.m. ish or so. I do sauna, maybe I swim a few laps, and then I walk my cats, and then I call it a day. I try to go to bed early-ish. Usually I stayed up quite late. Now I changed the whole thing, going to bed usually around 10:30, 11 by the latest. I try so that I can wake up pretty early to then start my active day again. Yeah, so that's the answer to the question. Nutrition-wise, 3 like a protein shake in the morning, and then I don't eat anything until 12 until noon. Intermittent fasting is what I try, so I eat between noon and 8 p.m. Sometimes difficult with like back-to-back classes and so on. So now I started to cook at home more and take my food to work and so on. For example, if possible, if I don't forget it like last week. Then usually protein shake right after exercise, like right after the weightlifting. Sometimes after Muay Thai or after volleyball, but not regularly, because then I definitely have a protein shake again at night before I go to bed. So it's 3 protein shakes per day usually, like in the morning after I wake up, then after exercising in the gym, after weightlifting, and then before I go to bed. Other than that, nutrition-wise, I try to keep it healthy-ish. That's not always possible, unfortunately. Just trying to really not eat like too much terrible food. That worked this past week quite well until Wednesday. Then Thursday was a stressful day with waking up early and I forgot my food at home, didn't take it to work. So then I relapsed a little bit, and Friday was just, I woke up too late. I woke up at 6 something, so I should wake up at 5 something so I can go to the gym at 6, but I woke up at 6 something. Completely way too late, forget everything, just hurry to university, and then just ate really terrible there. Like I ate sweet stuff just to get some sugar just to stay awake. So that was terrible, and I could feel it right away. So now I'm back on the healthy wagon. So let's hope that's going to look and feel better then again by next week. Okay, so I think that's all that I can say in regards to this question. I appreciate the question, by the way. That's like out of left field somehow, because I didn't realize that I talk about sport that much in the academic corner as well, apparently, because that's why I have my sports podcast for. But I appreciate the question. Let me look at my notes because I'm old and it's late. I think that's the main question. Oh yeah, that I wanted to answer for this week. One thing that also happened last week was then we did like our Stanford ITS Innovative Teaching Scholars live stream. So I mentioned a few times before, I was fortunate enough to be a part of the ITS Innovative Teaching Scholars program last year and learned a lot with the instructors from Stanford University. And now I'm part of the community of practice, one of the organizers there, and we're trying to just spread the word, trying to share what we're doing, trying to have a community, an active community of change makers in higher education in Thailand. And we had a live stream where we just discussed a few current developments, shared a few things that happened. There were 5 of us were live, and it was pretty cool actually, because sometimes you think you're all alone, right? Well, that's the reason why I started the Academic Corner, so you don't feel alone. And it was just nice to see like those faces again, and just to exchange ideas, share what's happening, share what we want to do in the future, and so on. So it was pretty cool. And some of them might hopefully also have some time and to appear here in the Academic Corner rather sooner than later. So working on that. I think I have my schedule almost not cleared, but almost locked in for the next few weeks. So that means I can start making those appointments hopefully and reach out and ask some of my colleagues and peers from that session to join here. That would be really cool. All right, that's it for this week, because it's late at night. It's dark. I try to keep my voice down do not disturb anyone here. So thanks for joining this week. Next week should be with my locked schedule and done when it's bright again, hopefully, in case you're watching, and probably also upload it a little bit sooner. keep the questions coming. Maybe next week I will have 5 questions in my inbox. The inbox is still under funkitpod@gmail.com or at funkitpod on all social media channels. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That would be cool. Check out my Substack, where I publish only education-related content. So if you're into this, check it out. It's a free Substack right now. Just try to keep my educational content separate from all my other content. Just have a nice clean cut there. So join the Funkit Substack if you want to rate this thing. Then the community will grow. And as always, my cat just ran past me. That's why I hesitated. Spooky, okay? Okay. As always, stay safe, take care, and we'll talk soon. Sawadee Krap.